Yeah,
Any dusters?
Yeah, maybe. I'll have to see how clean we can be as ENCE take on Vitality for the second map of the series. And yeah, right now, I'm excited to see where ENCE are going to go on this one, right? Like, they have not played this map much as of late at all, in fact.
What's the most dust-covered map you can think of?
Probably this one.
Probably Dust2?
Yeah,
that's a safe bet.
Yeah.
Look at this. Spinks holding close, and Diha drop now. Spinks taking a peek into the tunnels, gonna get sideswiped. Alu down through lower, makes his presence known in the window. There's still a player here in this B bomb site. It's actually Snappy going deep and taking these peaks, taking players down, and he's somehow still alive. Will put up a little bit more damage, and it's left onto Masuta in a 1v2. In the tunnels, there's a man. In mid, there's a man. He is completely surrounded. So now looking to get this bomb down. For ENCE, they're closing in. The Barbarians are at the gate, and Masuta having a hide. Can't stay alive. It's Alu with the kill, cementing that pistol round for ENCE.
This would be huge if ENCE managed to not only like take this map, but also 2-0 Vitality for multiple reasons. One, like, yeah, okay, talked about on the desk between Pimp and Chase, and like, yeah, sure, the games of Vitality have been very sweaty, have come very close, but wins are where Vitality have found themselves on Dust2. It's their home ground. On top of that, the only way for either of these teams to guarantee a slot through is to 2-0 this series. Now, Vitality, for them, that's impossible. They can 2-1, which wouldn't guarantee a thing. Just mean they go 3-1 up in the group, but things can always change with other results. ENCE are in a position where if they 2-0 this series, they can go through and lock it in inside of this group. So, yeah, there's a lot of pressure on Vitality to firstly not let that happen, but also to win the series themselves. Easier said than done. And on the back foot with a bit of a force buy. That being said, 2 AKs and a Galil could be far worse. Double the dust for half the price. Those nades go flying into lower, and ZywOo's meeting them in middle. Ooh.
Okay, Apex. Nice. Fair through the double doors. Is able to tag Diha with that scout. Now, we're not getting excited yet, right? That's one scout tag landed. Come on, y'all know me better than that. However, with the force buy, with the AKs, with the Galils, there's still a chance this round can do some serious damage. Doto over here at long. He doesn't know it, but around this corner, there are a lot of angry Frenchmen. Doto, delivering the goods, is in with a double. ZywOo trades it out, and this AK in his hands is a terrifying prospect. Through long they go, and still leaning 3 strong over here towards the A site, but right now they're set up to play retake, so when the smokes go in, you don't have a say in the matter anymore. The only vulnerability here is Shox, but with him winning that fight onto short, now the pincer is in, and suddenly these CT rotates are nowhere near as safe. They've got to make a play, and so they rush the player at car. They push him on the back of that flash from Snappy, and ENCE get it back under control.
Yeah, what a call for Snappy to make as well. Like, he hears the bomb getting planted, and he knows at that point that he has a one-on-one available and just calls for the flash and then goes flying through. It's a freebie, and while the bomb gets planted, they immediately get that player off the site with the jump. Dirty Diha doing it again. 2-0 for ENCE, and Vitality's force gets aborted there. They get nothing from it. Only a bomb plant, which really shouldn't entice you to buy unless you get like 4 kills in that round, right? You know you can break ENCE's money again. You know that they're not going to have full rifles here. Like, technically, Vitality brought as many rifles, if not more, than ENCE did in that previous round, despite losing pistol. But that's not the case anymore. You've got to eco. Give ENCE the respect that right now they are demanding, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, one of the things that is also problematic here is, you know, Vitality and Dust, that's a relationship that goes back a fairly long while, right? You've got a lot of research to go and do if you were ENCE heading into this game.
True.
And if what we saw on Nuke was anything to go by, it felt like they kind of had Vitality's number there. So here on Dust, I know ENCE have done their homework. Vitality better have done theirs. And for everyone watching, you guys don't get off without homework either. I'm setting some right now. I want a 200-word essay on why Shox is a physically perfect human being.
Wow.
200 words. Make it happen. You have till the end of this map.
I don't think that will fit on Twitter, Harry.
Nope. I want it uploaded to GitHub.
All right, well, what's
and then I'll put it on another hub, and we'll get it out there. We'll make the world know. But first, we've got this round to worry about. They actually did force as well, Hugo.
Okay.
Important to note.
Respect it. Dangerous decision. It's going to dig you a big hole. Harry, you mentioned like doing research and doing homework and ENCE preparing, and I don't doubt you, but right now on the other side, as said, Vitality, there's not a lot of data to go through. They can't pour through the data themselves. No. ENCE have only played data, yeah. ENCE have only played one map on this map, so that's a bit scary for Vitality. Let's see if that's going to come back to haunt them here. Spinks certainly might. Timing is everything, and Apex has left the flank. Spinks is not stopping. Vitality are creeping up towards Long. With this control gained on the backline, they know that Vitality are here. The smoke spam does damage, and even takes a kill as well. Oh, Snappy, a big grenade could come through here. They're crossing on the ramp, and it dunks down onto ZywOo. There's the flank. No time to consider it for Apex, and it's a third round for ENCE. What a round it was as well. Vitality didn't know that they were locked in, boxed on the long position. And ENCE showing us a lot of face right now. These flanks, these aggressive moves, that was something that we saw on Nuke rather not get punished, right? Where ENCE were on that CT side, they were getting aggressive, they were pushing ramp, they were going lobby, and they were getting a lot of value from it. If you flip the halves, when Vitality was CT, ENCE would punish that exact gameplay. So right now, we're already seeing similar signs on this CT side of Dust. ENCE not giving the respect that Vitality wished they had. Oh, spam through the smoke. Goes both ways at least, but that grenade could be huge. Ah, a little too far.
Yeah, there's no denying that Snappy with this AUG has been a real threat. And with only Deagles on the other side, he is a huge favorite in this cat fight. Well, here is that cat fight. The claws are out, and Alu, oh, lighting them up. They will deal with Snappy, but it's Alu who's the real problem. ZywOo's got his hands on this AUG, and with the Deagle has struck another man from the tally. The nades finding good damage again. Ugh. And the Deagle doesn't serve ZywOo well. It's Alu with the 4K to cement the 4-0 scoreline in favor of ENCE. Now we've got the reinvestment coming through for Vitality. ZywOo, money to don that AWP, and so he's going to bring that out right away. You can see the impact that Alu's already finding with his, so you're hoping ZywOo can try and mirror that.
Yeah, ZywOo was 5-1 against Alu in that first map in head-to-head, right? 2-1 in AWP kills, so looking really good in that head-to-head. Doesn't matter today. It's Shox taking the AWP for the spawn and picking Spinks out of thin air. Alu tries to answer the call, but he can't find Apex back in spawn. But it didn't feel like, I just double-checked those numbers, it didn't feel like it was a 5-1 in favor of ZywOo, but that's seriously one-sided. So Alu's going to need to step things up in this map if he wants to AWP against the best, or one of them. One man in B. Doto's pushed long. He won't commit yet, but they're ready for this, and it's about to be signaled. Smoke and flash lining up. No one pushes off of the flash, and so ENCE hold on. They won't call for Alu's help, but he's going to be needed very soon.
Oh, Alu, no, go back. Alu, come back into B. The tag onto ZywOo is good, but it's not going to save the round. It's not going to entice you to go for this. That's a save. That's a shame that that smoke rains into mid and gets the attention off of the B bomb site. Even for that 1 second of difference, you know, it could have meant the difference between maybe playing for that round, getting some kills as Vitality entry. But instead, they're left with nothing more than the save.
But the save is like a necessity at this point. Dota was killed on that T-spawn flank from long, so both these guns need to be held if ENCE want to continue buying. They probably will regardless, but if you want 4 guns, that has to be the case. How does Shox hit the flick blinded on the mid-air player? Someone tell me, because I don't know. Maybe you can include it in that manifesto. Sorry, homework. Call it fan fiction, call it what you want. Vitality are on the board with their first round in this T side.
And the first round is the hardest to come by. So now that they've found their footing, admittedly late in the game, right? And that's because of those relentless force buys early on, only admitting defeat 4-0 down, right, and taking your eco. It does come with like the nice little bonus that, you know, you get to bring the AWP out, you got to have full utility behind it. And that orb once again is just watching mid. Alu up here on short, the milkman, ready to go. But he's missed the timing on these lower players. Oh. Alu, quick.
Wow.
That's the reaction speed that all the calcium blesses him with. Snappy gonna delete Masuta, and Apex flashed out through long. Snappy is still good to hold the line, and 15 HP, he's just wrecking them. There's peaks from 3 separate players. The last being Zaiwu, and they just couldn't get past Snappy, who's delivering us a real clean long hold in this round. Just RPK. The tank is the last thing to arrive on the battlefield here, and they spot Snappy down in the pit. But likewise, now they know where RPK is.
And now he's surrounded, right? Pushed to the top of mid is Doto. And flashing Snappy into fights, he will finally go wide, and that will spell his demise. But RPK, a 1-on-4. So always got to start somewhere. He can cross to the pit with that smoke. Looking above it, trying to find a frag onto the player in the site. Doto has the flank covered, and so ENCE aren't really worried right now. They know he has to eventually push forward, and that he will. 22 on the clock. And this AWP has that cross shot ready. No smoke to get RPK through. He needs the headshot immediately. He's looking the wrong way. Oh, flick shot! That is despicable, but there's no time. The bomb surely denied by the Molotov. He has to pop the cat, and it's not available. Peeked out by Diha, but that tap. Oh, baby.
I wasn't expecting that out of RPK. What? RPK?
Hello?
That was clean. That's like Listerine levels of clean. Look at this.
Whoop.
Look. Ooh, bam. Sit down, Alu.
Okay, you take those. I'll inspire some confidence. Alu gets tagged on the cross as well. Do they try and go fast in towards his mid position? They've got the bomb in the B tunnels as well, so faking Cat going back to a mid to B does seem to be the play for Vitality. They want to show some presence elsewhere. Dribble smoke into B. Molly can recover this position here for Diha, stopping a rush. They're not going for it yet anyway. Lining up util. So many smokes you can throw from here. Is that the door one coming in early? Masuta's pushed through his smoke. He's in B. Oh, the AWP gets pushed off. Spinks needs to be cleared. Diha dead. And now Spinks needs something insane. He can't do it. Zaiwu takes him down with the AWP, and this cat look is ludicrous. Apex looking for more, and he might find it. Snappy picked apart, and Alu alone. It's Vitality. The answer to this T side is the B site so far. Both rounds from the Frenchman found on it.
Yeah, B is looking like the answer. And you know, that like not like underhand, you know, like close smoke at B, the dribble smoke that you throw on the run up, it really feels pretty powerful. You know, I think you've already seen adjustments have to be made to deal with that method of getting into the B bomb. So I think that's one of the reasons that, like, whenever you see a team like Mouse Sports play this map, you've always got Frozen playing on one of these little close cubby positions. It's like one of the only spots that really gives you like a nice bit of contest around that smoke. Because that round there where ENCE are playing like more of a traditional B side setup, you got a guy sat car, a guy in the window, where you see the problem with it, right? In that there were already players out on the left and right hand sides of those smokes, and so Diha is having to watch both these angles. The car player can't actually help him until Diha either takes a shot and falls out of the site or dies. And when that happens, you know, it's a lot of pressure on Spinks to try and hold down B. But ultimately, he crumbles under, can't deliver. And the save call is forced. It's another B play. Oh. Vitality fast on the approach, wasting no time. Snappy's Deagle trying to keep the B bomb site in check, but he's getting tagged, he's getting brought down low, and all that's left to do now is finish the job. But Snappy is not giving them this kill, not giving it over for free. And now in a 3-on-3, maybe we see ENCE tempted by a round like this.
Alu's got flashes. He's waiting right now for a re-peek. Oh, the molly. That will slow things down. But yeah, with no mid lurkers, Vitality have 3 in B. Alu, worst case scenario, he flashes his team in and they die, giving it a go, and he can save. Or if they get the kills, he can commit with them. Orb will come in last. That's the safest sure. Ollie pushes RPK forward, flash to follow. Snappy's in with a second one. Oh, RPK's so blind. Snappy uses the sound to his advantage, but his teammate falls, and Snappy can't get the kill. Alu, not being given a frag, has to save, and it's going to be Vitality with a 3rd B site win. B is free, and ENCE need a solution.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's always scary, right? Whenever a site feels as vulnerable, as free as B is feeling right now, you know, it's always scary because as you like shuffle around and you try and plug these holes, well, inevitably, if you're going to give to one bomb site, you've got to take from somewhere else on the map, right? And so the worry is there is like, you know, the round that you try and help out B a little bit more, you try and lean towards that side of the map. Well, that's the round that Vitality are going to work that out and head towards A. So it's very much like a mind game when it comes to calling this one now.
Yeah, Dust2 is such a good map for like conditioning, right? Especially because of how the spawns are worked. Like you could be going for like 3 B hits in a row, killing ENCE there every time, and then suddenly you have a long spawn, ENCE stacking B, and you've got free real estate. So it can really undo you if you're ENCE. That's a shot for Alu, but he's up close and in the open. His gun was not ready for another. Saiwu trades. And that's pretty much the round, right? ENCE gambled B with a smoke on mid. Vitality don't have that info, but they're about to. All these players running down lower right now. Shox is about to hear, or at least see, what this tunnel has in offer. And there's a double. Pressure relieved from this round of the AWP in no man's land. Shox is even watching for a T-spawn wrap, and he couldn't be more right.
Yeah, the advantage of like, you know, throwing a bunch of pistols over towards there early on is that now maybe, you know, now you hope the Vitality don't just disrespect the B play, right? You're hoping that they go, okay, well, clearly we got ENCE worrying. Let's take a slow round. We'll default. You know, I imagine we just see ENCE play like a standard. You know, I think at most 2 players over towards B. I don't think you're looking to put any more than that there. But maybe this 3rd mid player could come. And actually, it's another partial buy for ENCE. So if there ever was a round to put 3 in B, it's this one. Didn't realize they didn't choose to invest here, but they would have been lacking a lot in terms of the weaponry, right? If they were going to make that sacrifice to bring utility out, or they would be lacking utility with the firepower. You know, you wouldn't have had everything you needed. RPK is in some element of danger here. Could get caught as he's being pincered from the catwalk and through the upper tunnels. RPK is just throwing himself into gunfights, and so eventually it comes back to haunt him. But the main focus of this round wasn't RPK. The real thing that was coming in for Vitality while RPK's got the attention was this long push. Losing a player early is now potentially throwing this into disarray for Vitality. This has given a lot of time for ENCE to rotate players around. A big kill through the smoke from Saiwu, and there's no accounting for that. Doto is boosted up and playing this little angle. Masuta is ready for it. There's the response in the blink of an eye. It's already just down to 1 man. It's just been kills through smokes, kills on boosts. And somehow it's a very, very tight situation. Masuta does get the bomb, looks to get it planted. Alu completely reroutes. He's no longer at cat. Instead, now he's pressuring long. Masuta has got to bear this in mind, that he hasn't seen Alu for some time. And with the peek to CT, nailing that shot, it's just Alu left to beat, retrieving the AWP from Zaiwu's body. Imbued with the power of the Saiwu and in the capable hands of Alu, maybe there's a chance, but this kill is not getting given over lightly. Masuta just tucked in, looking to make it happen, but the shot misses, and so Alu is there, left standing at the end of all of it to secure the round for ENCE.
Wow, so calm.
Yeah, I think there's time.
Yeah,
he's good. He's good.
He's good.
He's fine.
He's fine.
I doubted myself for a moment.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's all under control.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough, right? He took some time to wrap long, right? And nice shot from Masuta to kill the CT player. It was Spinks who really made this round a reality, right? The opening kill, making it a 4-on-3, allowing ENCE to flood the bomb site. And then Alu, such patience in the one-on-one, right? Even though Masuta had set up perfectly for the long position, Alu, he goes round elevator, he checks the back of the bomb site, and he knows at that point with the bomb planted default, Masuta has to be either crouched on the site or in goose. There is no other option. So sets himself up perfectly for that 1v1. And now ENCE winding their sails, an eco win, and coming back in with some confidence, but that's a whiffed spray from Doto, and Masuta will take him out early. That's a kill that ENCE really wanted. Snappy's still here to try and trade the frag out, but he could just drop into lower because it is, again, surprise, surprise, a B hit with only one man here. Spinks is not ready for what's coming his way. Org, and nothing from it. ZywOo domes him on the first bullet, and now Vitality. This is a guaranteed 5th round. Masuta is even still here to hunt down the saving players. Uh-oh, alu's just looked away. Oh, dear.
Well, RIP, boys. alu's come back in for the trade. Ooh. Oh, it's an ugly round.
And again, it's just B for Vitality, right? It certainly helps them get that freebie up on Catwalk with the Xbox smoke down. ENCE have no information.
Well, like, Vitality's whole thing is that, you know, they kind of look like a B in the logo as well.
Yeah, sure.
It's not, that is an actual thing, right? It's not just a, I think that's something I've heard.
I've never heard that. You say that about Na'Vi maybe, but
no, dude. Vitality are definitely the B team, but not in like a defensive way.
Where are you going with this? There's no black in their logo. It's white, yellow, blue.
Save the Bs. Bs are white and yellow.
And blue?
There's no blue.
What have you been feeding your bees? Yeah, it's blue in the background. That's what I'm looking at. But
that famous
wrong monitor.
Yellow, blue, and white.
Yeah,
everyone's favorite.
It's actually blue behind ENCE's logos as well. I'm kind of piecing it together.
Yeah, yeah, you're realizing now. Oops. Actually, there is no blue.
Oh, there's no blue. Well, okay, fine. You got me. The bees
buzzing out through long. But look at this at the car. It's the beekeepers, of course, ready to try and kill the bees?
No.
Is that what beekeepers
do?
Well, they are doing it, so good job. Not all of them. Some of them are good people.
They're trying to get their hands on that delicious honey. Bee vomit.
We all want it. We all love it. It sounded like you had honey in your mouth just then.
Maybe I do, maybe I do.
Hugo, the honey man, the honey monster. Look at this. Trapped behind the car, the molly. Oh, things are heating up for these bees, but Dodo. The queen bee at car, still alive, calling 4 rotations.
Do they throw a third molly? Do they believe it, do you think?
I don't know, man. The collective hive mind of Team Vitality. Trying to piece this one together. Doto.
Not too early.
Oh, look at this. A bee can only sting once before it dies. Doto needs to be more like a wasp right here, right now. And there's a double. Doto making the round doable after all. ZywOo is good for one. The bomb now dropped out in the open. The AK retrieved, and ZywOo knowing that he's got to make a difference. Diha has retrieved this orb and is looking to fight them, looking to take these gunfights. It all gets stolen away. ZywOo and Apex claw that back into the favor of Vitality. But it's close. It's close because of Doto.
How many times do you see that, right? Like a team mollies car twice, and they still don't kill the car player. They'd already killed one in this position. It was the bait and switch. That's why they're never ready for Doto. But man, he wanted 3, and he almost got it off the Deagle spam. That could have been the difference maker. Oh my, what a nice try on the ecos. ENCE made these low econ rounds look very viable, even winning one of them. 6-6 though. Back to B for Vitality, but they won't hang around for long with the smoke in their face. And this is kind of a desperate buy for ENCE, where they don't have the orb, they don't have a kit, their util's kind of bunk. And so Vitality, another great scenario to get yourself up in the lead, to pull quite the comeback in this second map. Hey, they did it against Mouse in a far more terrifying scenario. So pressure's off here as far as Vitality are concerned. Just defaulting right now, checking out all areas of the map. Long, locked, mid taken, and Cat about to be approached. ENCE are double B site as well with a mid player, so that really gives an idea as to how they're feeling right now. In a round like this, if Vitality go for a Cat to A, it's so hard to win this round if you're ENCE. You don't have the kit, you're mainly on that B bomb site, you're just out of position. So Vitality, do they overwhelm it, or do they drop back after these smokes are thrown? RPK is still holding tunnels, and the bomb is top mid. So don't be convinced by maybe where the smokes land. Do ENCE fall for it?
Oh, Oh, look
Sneaky.
at... Oh, yes, Alu finally out for revenge. He's been caught by these CT drops a few times. There's more in middle, but Alu trapping them in and shutting them down. Alu's in with 4. RPK now is to emerge as the hero of a round that should be impossible, and indeed it is. Big stuff from Alu, donning that M4, goes toe-to-toe with the rifles in mid, and even gets out of the round with an AWP.
Yeah, perfect position for that, right? And I was a little worried, right? It wasn't called. It didn't seem like ENCE caught onto that CT drop, but Alu is just watching, waiting for it. And they don't even have a smoke for CT coming in because Vitality are faking that A play and using a lot of util to get over the site. It comes back to bite them. Alu has an open line of fire to kill those mid players. This is quite the game we've got. Like, you know, Vitality, they're being tested here. Rare to see it on Dust2.
Yeah, not many teams can, right? Not many teams can test Vitality on this map. It's a very, very hard map to contest them on. The double AWP of ZywOo and Shox, admittedly, I haven't really seen it yet, right? That's more a CT side speciality. But I'm really curious to see what ENCE's solutions are to that, right? That is something that every team has problems with at some point in time, right? So that's very, very interesting when we get to the second half. We're only a matter of 2 rounds away from getting there. Had to do the maths quickly.
Yeah, well done.
I know 14 and 15, they're like next door neighbors, but that's where it gets confusing, right? Is that 1 round? Is that 2 rounds? They share the same house. I hope that doesn't confuse anyone.
No, surely not. Maybe only yourself. That's fine. We're in a constant, perpetual state of confusion now. And so are ENCE, who don't know where to look, where to go, where to stack. Is it really going to be another B attack? Maybe even through middle here this time. Vitality look raring and ready to go. Up cat they climb, and actually this time, leaning away from B as ENCE triple stack it. It's a good time to, upset the grain, change things around. That's the bomb spotted on cat by Alu. So definitely communication needs to come in here. Will there be a reaction from ENCE? Doesn't seem like it. Nice grenade. Vitality, they're about to explode into this site. They've left RPK on a bit of a lurk in middle, and really it's all up to Alu. They do have the kits to retake, but if he can thin the herd, take a couple down with him, this could be a good round for ENCE.
Oh, Alu over the top of this smoke has removed the first man. Doto's nearby to help out, but up inside of this A site, you won't like what you see if you're Alu peeking over this ramp. A lot of bodies on the other side. Here he is in with the swing. The first shot misses. Now they're homed in. Masuta dropped from the round. It's left to Apex all alone. Down here in CT, he can cut off the rotations, but the moment he gets that kill, now they know where he is. The pressure is on for Apex, and from short, he's blindsided. Spinks is there to send that round home, belonging to ENCE, now at 8-6. A chance at an even more one-sided first half than we got out of them back on Nuke.
Yeah, this is unbelievably good from ENCE, right? Especially considering, like, if you think about Vitality in this game, what have they actually had to work with? Only B plays. They've won anti-ecos elsewhere, but when it comes to full gun rounds, it's just B crunches and winning the round off the first couple of kills, not getting traded, getting a bomb plant, and ENCE just have to throw in the towel. So now that ENCE have started stacking that site and still winning on A, despite only having really Alu there, like, this is getting worrying for Vitality. Double AWP, D had joined, and that can also weaken the B defense, right? Not weaken, but allow you to put less players there having an AWP at the back plat. They don't, though. Both the AWPs on the other side of the map, middle and long. Diha, pushed off. Alu on cat, almost comes back in with a second, and Diha's so low as well. Vitality, they want to keep this one fast and furious, pushing right into the A site. They don't wait for the smokes to bloom. Doto looking for headshots. He can't find it. Masuta's too quick. And now, one by one, Vitality finding kills into this site to find a 7th round.
Yeah, Masuta is just absolutely domed ENCE. He has created all the space for Vitality in this round. And so a 7-8 half is looking likely. Diha being so low after that exchange at mid. They've seen the barrel. Apex really wants to collect this kill. There's a Molotov and a smoke still in play as well, so they're able to slow down this cat rotation. The boost is going to get Spinks to the first. The molly pushes RPK wide, but into the crosshairs they go. And all they did was put RPK on their angle. 8-7, right down the middle. We roll the music, we roll the ads, and then we're back in with a second half.
Future Pros. For this episode, I'll show you a neat little smoke that would help you when retaking B. This smoke will completely block off the B tunnels. To do the smoke, run into this corner next to the truck. Aim as shown, then jump through the smoke. If done correctly, the entrance to B tunnels will be completely obscured. Make sure you don't have a teammate planning on going through tunnels, as he is going to be one angry retaker if that is the case.
ENCE in the lead at the end of that first half, and we're getting a great game out of Alu now. If he's going to keep this up against this CT double AWP from Vitality, he's going to need balls of steel. Unfortunately, with this guy, we know he's only got balls of flesh. So, let's see if he can keep this up moving into the second half of play.
Oh, why'd he do this? What's this from ENCE? Oh, the quad peak. They're like, ZywOo, come on then, give us something. They time a 4-man peek into middle. They find nothing. Smoke's coming over. Hold yourself together, Harry. Because ENCE certainly are. They demand your respect. They deserve it.
They do.
At the very least. 8-7. Cat Smoke is in. They go down. Waiting the molly out. Denying anyone peeking aggressively on Vitality. Although from the get-go, this was an extremely passive pistol from the Frenchman. Locked into their angles. No one's moved from the start of the round. Up Cat they go. One smoke, one flash. And an explosion. Not into A. It's going to be the util in middle. And ENCE, what are they going to do with this? Trying to fake things out. They only have one flash to get them into the site. And Vitality know it's not a B hit. They've pushed.
Yeah, that info is going to prove to be key, right? That said, you know, getting the information still hinges on having players alive and being able to rotate in. The fact that ZywOo stays alive in pit is certainly a helping hand, but with players from ENCE already re-aggressing onto Cat and flanking through middle, this is not a clean-cut round by any stretch of the imagination. They lose Doto down in mid, and now Spinks, who dropped CT and wrapped all the way up Catwalk, is left in the clutch, has dealt with ZywOo and just left onto Masuta. He's falling away. He's playing the timing game. Tap on the bomb again, but it's not the stick. Masuta does have a kit, so Spinks, who can't afford to even take one more bullet, needs to use all this time. Masuta's sticking the bomb. Spinks takes the swing, and he locks in the round. This guy is made in the pistols. He always delivers in them. 9 on the board for ENCE, and a pistol round locked in after a 1v2 from Spinks.
How does he do it? How is it real? Every pistol round this guy is performing and pulling clutches out of nowhere for ENCE. Oh, dirty. Yeah, so many bait peeks. He doesn't really get the info in half of them. He just knows Mizuta sees him at least, and that'll get him off the bomb. And then the one time Mizuta sticks it, Spinks actually peeks him. Insult to injury. My, oh my, ENCE. They're trying to 2-0. They're trying to lock in this exit from the group. Get through to the next stage here of Pro League. And a 2-0 is the only way to guarantee it at this point in the tournament. Pistol round on top of a winning half, and Vitality against 4 spies is what really let them down on the T side, right? They went for back-to-back rifle buys off of losing the pistol, and they didn't win them. Oh, timing. Alu does catch one. He knows about the second as well, so the info is there. Doto eats a scout shot, and he'll concede long. They know they've killed a B player. They know things are getting awkward for Vitality, and they actually try and move away from this A stack back into middle. That deep smoke could cause problems. Shox could easily push up and fight lower. So ENCE need to keep their eyes on it. Very limited util. No chance at a fake here for ENCE. Are they going to re-aggress back on long late in the round, hoping that Vitality have moved over to middle and started to stack that B bomb site out of fear? Because that's exactly what they've done. ZywOo's now in that position. Shox can fast flank Cat. Doto's getting run boosted out on long. Yup. And it's a great bait. Mate, Snappy with a tap. Now ENCE have the A site.
Yeah, it's a shame. A lot of damage has been done to all these ENCE players. These scouts would have been so ideal to just finish off the job. But with the bomb already planted in A, it's just a save for Vitality. They're going to give it a go in the next round with these saved weapons.
Yeah, and just the investments that ENCE are going for just shows how aware, how in tune they are with exactly what Vitality are doing, right? You don't get SMGs here, you don't risk dying to deagles, you buy full rifles, you get a scout, and you clean up the round with no deaths either. That may change if they hunt, but at a bare minimum, 10 rounds now for ENCE. It's got to be feeling pretty good indeed. And this save, this is really nothing. Like, ZywOo and Shox don't even have Kevlar. A desperate call being made by Vitality. I'm never going to count them out in this game. They were 14-8 down versus Mousesports, and they pulled an incredible comeback on the CT side of this map with a lot of reads, some really nice cat setups, throwing 4 players at long. I mean, they were just in the game. They just knew exactly what Mousesports were calling. However, with a new team as well in the form of ENCE, that could be a lot harder. Little more difficult than maybe the last, and the scoreline's getting out of control as well. This should be 11-7 if things go to plan. The nades are good, but Spinks is up ahead of them, and he catches Apex blind.
Ooh, bit of a scout fight. ZywOo, not the guy you like to fight with. Diha pushes ahead and removes that scout from the round. Does a good job of taking a key player out of it. Into the 3-on-5 we go, and at this point, right, the 11-7 scoreline looking destined for ENCE. Snappy taking some cat control, flashed in by his teammate, gets all the way up onto catwalk. They've got this info. Look at Alu as well, probing the B-bomb site. At this point, ENCE actually have control both up on A and in B, and so they know the only place this last man can be is middle. They get the spot, they get the kill, and everything's under control. 11-7, and now that buy is in. ZywOo with money to bring the AWP into play, and maybe even a double AWP, right? Shox with a bit of cash floating around. We've talked a lot about this double AWP for Vitality. I really do look at it as like one of the reasons as to why their Dust2 is so strong. And I wonder if we see it. We don't. It's actually just a single AWP for ZywOo.
And where does he take it at this point? You have no idea what ENCE want to do on this T side. Like, we see so many spawn plays as well out long, and ZywOo is there for the pickup. Diha dead, and that's the start of Vitality required to stay in this series right now. It's a big round for them. Apex, oh, his head's been spotted. Spinks doesn't see it. That was awfully close to a kill for ENCE, and they would have loved that frag. Alas, Vitality go back. And ENCE probe middle, not for long. Spinks takes a look. They have a player in the pit. Snappy waiting until later to strike. An RPK, he could get flashed in here on Cat. That's exactly what's happening. There's the pop. Spinks blinded off. Doto in the corner wasn't, but he isn't going to be able to get that trade in time with a Molotov at his feet. And the B push for Vitality, they've seen enough on the catwalk side of things. They saw the bomb, so pretty convinced this is not a B play. And that may be what they fall back into, but they're going to get caught setting up these mid to B smokes by the lower play. Here comes Shoxy on the flank.
Yeah, this is a big flank. How many kills do they get from it? Oh, that flash! Was that a team flash as well? That was thrown from Cat, right? Oh, that actually dismantles the flank. Now, luckily enough, right, they still get everything back under control. They still kill these Cat players. Could have been a flash that we talk about as the undoing of Vitality, but luckily enough, RPK and ZywOo, they make up for it. It's like, yeah, we team flashed you, we got rid of your kill potential, but we still delivered. Snappy, all alone, 1v4. Down from the 1v5, and with very little room to maneuver. There's a flank in long, there's a player in mid, and there's the trade from Masuta. Having that crossfire set up with the Cat players, you were never worried about that round getting out of hand. So Vitality scraping by, 8 to their name, a nice rifle round to begin this CT side for them.
Yeah, beginning after losing 3 in a row at the start of the half as well. Certainly doesn't feel too good, does it? But they have the breathing room with that round being won. Without it, oof, I don't know so much. Orbs are back out. This head-to-head of Alu v ZywOo. The ZywOo was all over on Nuke. How will it continue? How will it fare on Dust? Doto out long, taking the risk. No one wants to have that spawn when you're up against Vitality. And he knows Apex is here, but there's so many more players that are looking his way. RPK core, and now Apex is stuck in the molly. Doto doubles down with 1 point of health. They lose B, but the info is there. ZywOo does nade Doto out, trading it, and blink and you miss it. We're back into an equal situation.
Yeah, this B aggression has been so good for Vitality. Now it's ZywOo holding down the A site. Is bread and butter, but Alu takes him in the head-to-head from Cat, and a 2-on-2 is given over, but this bomb has got to get across. This bomb has got to survive the journey, throwing over.
Oh, big.
Nice Spinks, strong throwing arm on this guy, and there he is, nailing the follow-up, caught by the aggressive Shoxy, bringing it down to the 1v1, and maybe looking to reposition. We'll decide against it. Falling silent for a moment is Shox.
Great call.
Just waiting.
And Alu's in such a dangerous position, he can't stay here for too long. If Shox doesn't give him a kill, he'll start considering other options, but too early today. Alu's awake, he's had his coffee. And his Milky Bars, 12-8. And yeah, I love the call from Shox there to reset, to wait, but he needed a few more seconds on that delay. Alu does not fall for it, and Alu is having one hell of a day today. Zoom and banging, 21-8 with the AWP. And that's the money broken, Harry. They win one rifle round and it's stripped away straight after.
Alu taking the mid fight, in case you can't tell.
That's what that sounds like.
And they're already up long. ZywOo making it exciting with the Deagle. And advantage taken. Scout pushed up close as well. Jump scouts. Flying Scoutsman. Flying Scoutsman.jpg. There's the peak. Spinks waiting for the wrap. This is weird. They're in T-spawn. They're fighting in T-spawn. They're at the A site. They're jump scouting in the A site. Apex is running back in. And with the scout, nails the shot. Back up again, but this time taken out of the round. And now just Masuta left up in it. A 1v2. Not impossible, but not easy. And there's the first, but not the second. Denied by Doto. ENCE running away with this game, 13-8, and the money. Oh, the money at least allows another buy, right? Another chance of success for Vitality, but there's no ignoring this scoreline getting out of hand by the second.
And I want to make that comparison I made back on Nuke at the start of this map. Like, you know, when we have Vitality on, or ENCE on that CT side, they get away with the aggression. It feels like they hit all the perfect timings to flank Vitality. Like right there, Vitality try the same thing. They try these B pushes that have been really good, don't get me wrong, but they go through spawn, and Spinks is still waiting for it. Like, he's in spawn, getting that info, and 1 kill at a bare minimum. Goes out with a flash here after smoking the Molotov. He knew that they could have nade stacked him, but it won't net him much. And actually, Vitality finding the first. Can they keep it up? Flash could be good. Apex so blind, but they don't check their corner. Oh, it's their undoing. Apex dominating, 3 kills, and the bomb is loose as well. That's the round, surely. Diha 1 on 5. precarious position to be in, and with a bomb mollied off as well, it gets harder from here on out.
Oh, they've seen him now as well. The info is there. The double swing in mid. Oh, Diha with the double, but 4 HP, now ready for the tunnels wrap. Was ready for the tunnels wrap, but now is likely going to get shot in the back, and that's a real shame. Timing just a second off for Diha. Nice attempt at a round, but it's still Vitality in with a 9th. Yeah. And so suddenly, a bit of a sigh of relief if you're a Vitality fan, or if you just happen to be one of the 5 folks in the server. If you are, why are you hearing this? Turn it off. Look at this, right? Now suddenly you're able to reach double digits. Oh my goodness, wait a second. It ain't free at all. They put Hero Warp in the hands of Alu. Yeah, they've put a lot of faith.
Yeah, so many players are full broke, and so Alu's like, fine, you know, you're buying pistols, I'm buying my orb. And with no armor, it's a dangerous decision. ENCE going quick, though. The fast smoke thrown over the site. Apex, they have no idea yet. They haven't seen him. The Deagle's rounding the corner, and the damage done. 1 HP. Alu finishes the job, hits both orb shots alongside Diha. Oh, dear. So it was the Deagle that did 99, and Alu that did 1. And now the problems in the pocket of Vitality. They've got a retake, a man down. They do have the weaponry and the utility for it, though, plus the kit. Molly can cut off Alu. He's got to be pushing forward or backing up and resetting. Snappy's picked up a player in spawn, and 1 by 1, they start to fall. RPK needs to make him a hero play. He's moving up, but behind the smoke is Snappy. Zywoo with the flick, it's just not happening. It's too little, it's too late, and it's too Deegs to hold on to the round. Zywoo gets it, but he's got to run away, not being fed. And ENCE win a force buy. No armor on Alu. Deegs on the rest of the gang. And there's nothing that Zywoo can do about it. He can frag all he wants. It's 14-9. How do ENCE do this? How do they steal these rounds out of nowhere?
I never even know how to quantify Alu as a specimen. Like he's just a fully different species or something. Like I don't like, you look at him next to Zywoo, right? And any regular person would be like, yeah, Zywoo's just sick. Like, you know, no one's kind of on that level, maybe aside from Simple. Yeah, it feels like whenever we get Alu in a game as like this weird entity that's so often just like off doing his own thing, you don't hear from Alu for a bit, and then suddenly he's here, 22-11, 2-0 KD, opening up rounds, going toe-to-toe with the best of them. It's really incredible to see.
Can be very hit and
we
miss.
Always get like something out of even in like a quiet series. Alu will still give you moments where like he saves a round, or he makes something wild happen.
Yeah, it's the yin and yang between God and bot, right? Like, that's the Alu we know and love. Can he keep it up? Mac 10 out long. The smokes miss, and they're going to peek him. But Alu, he wants the fights, and he'll get them as well. No one trades him. I don't know how. Zywoo will pick up Spinks, and the nade on the corner backed up by Vitality. They go, fine, you can have it, Alu. You can have long. We're sorry, man. But meanwhile, the plan is not this A site. It's creeping in through middle, and no one's even looking. Shox turns his eyes to middle. They don't smoke it yet, and so that's why Vitality aren't really concerned. Misuta's alone at B. Re-aggression at long is misinformation as Alu is behind the boxes. That does not enable a long flank. They're going to try and do it. Alu could put the knife in the back right now. There's a spray. Oh, it's messy, but he gets the info, and now his team can elevate the pace to B. The bomb is alone. If Doto dies here, the round might fall apart, and D has so much to clear. Doto is playing well reserved. This is smart. Misuta thinks tunnels is clear now, and they found him out. They figured it out, and Snappy's got the kill to provide a walkway for Doto. The red carpet lined out into this B bomb site, and now Vitality, who can't even stop the bomb from crossing, have to consider, do we retake or do we save?
Yeah, you either save and give over 15, or you give this round everything you've got, and I mean everything, right? Nothing left in the tank, nothing left on standby if this retake doesn't pan out. The Molly is going to lock in a kill, you would imagine, but it's still a 1-for-1, and Zywoo is deleted on the first peak. ENCE might be about to secure themselves a route out of this group guarantee with the 2-0 victory. This is unprecedented. We're getting such a good game. Alu's killing with whatever you give him. A Mac 10, an AWP. M4 on the CT side, like, man, he's putting up numbers. And then in that round there, he gets all this information. The rest of his team are able to play on the back of it. And you were right to highlight Doto. Oh, Alu, stop it! Leave him alone! Leave him alone! The humanity, a 5-on-4 to begin what could be the last round of this series.
Some of the calls, some of the awareness that ENCE has in positions where they should not have it is unbelievable. Like, yeah, you were just about to talk about Dota. The fact that he's delay play there because he's the bomb, he knows if he dies, the round is lost. And his entire team creep mid to B, take the site and clear it out in time to provide a round. And here it is, what could be the culmination of this BO3. A 2-0 for ENCE, potentially. Vitality want to stop it in its tracks. Pushed up on Cat, no flash, fighting in the face. Doto waiting, and he's trading, but are they ready for Snappy on the corner? He's quick to trade that one out, and now it's all on Apex. 1-on-4, it's looking done, and they've done it. ENCE, rather, finding the victory, 2-0. A huge upset. Vitality is favourites.